Utusan Malaysia, they filed an announcement at Bursa Malaysia on the November 12th. That was like 2 days ago lah, and said that they now want to issue new right shares. Okay, and in the statement as well, in the announcement as well, they said that UMNO has undertaken to inject a maximum 40 million for the new right shares. Okay, and currently UMNO is holding 49.8% of the voting shares in Utusan, and based on their calculation, they are now saying that after this issue, after issuing the new right shares, UMNO's holding in the Utusan will increase from 49.8% to 53.1% or maximum to 67.2% of the voting shares in the company. And I would say that actually make Utusan compulsory, mandatory to make a takeover offer to the rest of the shareholder. If you look at Section 9(1) of the Malaysian Code on Takeovers and Mergers 2010, under two circumstances, a person need to make a mandatory takeover offer, and that is when 1. Obtain voting shares or voting rights of more than 33%, or acquires more than 2% of the voting shares or voting rights of a target company in any period of 6 months. And because after this exercise, after issuing these two core rights issues, UMNO shares will increase significantly from 49.8% to 53.1% or even to 67.2%. I would say that this is actually mandatory for UMNO to make the mandatory takeover offer to the rest of the shareholder. However, now UMNO in the statement, in the announcement, it is stated that Utusan will seek exemption from the Security Commission. And the purpose of my PC today is that I want to say that Security Commission should not give such exemption to Utusan Malaysia, because the rules and regulation is stated very clearly there. And this is by injecting or pumping 40 million into Utusan Malaysia, UMNO has obviously acquired more than 2% of the voting shares in the company, and therefore it makes them mandatory to make the takeover offer to the rest of the shareholder. And I will urge the Security Commission not to grant such exemption to UMNO, because that it will be detrimental to the minority shareholders' right, and it will make a mockery of our capital market regulations and degrade the transparency and integrity of Bursa Malaysia and also Security Commission. It will tell the financial community that special preference continues to exist for UMNO and their cronies at the expense of minority shareholders and discourage investment in our capital markets. Okay? There are more details in the statements, but I just want to simplify it for you. According to the announcement, actually, Utusan Malaysia is now having the total borrowing of Utusan actually amount to 195 million at the moment, and therefore I think they urgently need some money from the market. And I think that was why our Prime Minister and also our Deputy Finance Minister recently actually called upon or urged all the GLC to put more advertisement with Utusan Malaysia. But I said all this should not happen.